You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Hello, Horror Gras! Woo! For the next hour, Gamers and Geeks is now the Cult Movie Cantina.
Welcome, cultist. Welcome to the cult.
We forgot our applause. I knew I forgot something.
Just be loud.
If you see Jestina rolling, just cheer. It's
This
fine.
podcast takes a look at our favorite cult films, introduces them to someone who's not seen them.
That's me.
Oh,
Pairs them with
damn it.
alcohol.
I lost my place.
Pairs them
That was
with
my
an
fault.
alcoholic beverage, which is me.
And then we talk about it. This week, we watched the 1981 film An American Werewolf in London.
Dun dun dun.
I bet you anything, it's about healthcare.
Does it not say howl on there?
No,
Is that not where it's, we watched American Werewolf in London.
Can y'all do a good howl? Give me a good howl. We got werewolves in the house.
Okay, now do it with a British accent.
We went oh woo. I like that one. Someone warns them on us. Oh, werewolves in London. So for those who don't know, I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by...
Your facilitator of fun and lady of libations, Stephanie.
Justina, the Jellicle Jester.
And she who knows no movies.
Admiral.
Admiral, she who knows no movies.
And
Jared, who
The
shows up.
neophyte.
the neophyte.
The
Who we
neophyte who
have
shows
yet
up
to name.
occasionally.
The
He shows
still-
up when he can, which is good. You're a busy man.
You're not lying.
You are a busy man. He's got scouts with boys in them.
And
He's
And
got-
girls.
And
And girls.
Yeah, they're now all inclusive.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Penny's
Are
in
those
it.
cookies made with real Girl Scouts?
We don't sell cookies.
They have popcorn.
We sell popcorn.
and
Is it
it's
made
made
with
with all
real
of the
Boy
little
Scouts?
children.
Popcorn made
No.
of boys.
Okay.
Children.
Yeah.
We have an action-packed show for you, bud. First,
That's you, Stephanie.
Oh, gosh, yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
it's
If
not like
you
we've
would-
not done this like 10 times.
I know, I'm sorry. It's the live aspect. I'm just smiling at people. Okay, if you'd like to follow us, you can find us on any podcast app, including Spotify, by searching for the Motcast Network. You can find us on YouTube at Motcast Network, where we have our podcasts, movie reviews, little short films, like the special one I keep telling everyone about, where I'm all mostly naked.
Yeah, she's naked in one.
I'm naked in one,
Maybe.
so you can go
Good
there
luck
and
finding
find it. And so yeah, mashups and all of that wonderful stuff. So subscribe, set the alert so you don't miss anything. And for today, if you come to our table and prove to us that you do follow us on these platforms, you get a ticket for another awesome prize.
yeah, we have an
What a
awesome prize.
good job.
We have a good raffle for that.
Putting that in there. It
I
wasn't
know.
on the script. I'm so proud
She's
of you.
good at
You
ad-libbing.
could do improv.
She is very good at ad-libbing.
Look at that.
It's called theater.
If you would like to find out more about the Cult Movie Cantina, which is us, you can join us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/cultmoviecantina. There you can find out the latest movie news, see trailers, play games such as Wrong Title Only and Caption This, and talk to the other cultists. We enjoy those conversations, guys.
Talk to us. We love people when they talk to us.
Yeah. Especially some of us that don't talk to
I
anybody.
know, that's why I'm
don't
distracted. It's like, oh, we have real people.
We've
Find
never had an
out.
audience, and this is proof that people listen to us. I
I
love
know.
it. I mean, we got a full house tonight. It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
We do.
Oh.
We're doing great. Hey, I'm not done.
I'm
not
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I'm about to jump.
Rude. Find out if and when we are doing a live show near you. Are we doing a live show, guys?
We are doing a live
We're doing
show.
it right now.
Crazy.
We're-
right now.
Tell us about the live shows.
Currently, this is a live show.
This is our live
We've
show.
been talking about the live show for
We'll
weeks. We're
probably
now
do other
here.
ones.
So we don't have to
Who
advertise
knows?
the live show. We're actually doing it.
Wait a minute,
Instead-
that was a whole paragraph that was mine that got cut because we're now doing a live show.
Right.
All right.
I'm
Need that
sorry to
mic
take
time.
words from your mouth.
Another one
ad-libs
will
like-
happen at some point.
Okay.
So
I'm
just
sorry to
All
take
right.
change any
words from your
dates to
mouth.
just
She already
in the
added like a
future.
sentence or
Okay.
two to
You
hers.
did add stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
you're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Plus, as Stephanie mentioned, we have a table here at Horror Gras, and we got cool swag to give away, so check that out. Plus, I'm selling my copies of my comic at Steampunk Digest that has cool horror stories. There's zombies and guts and stuff. It's awesome. And it's all steampunky. It's real fun. I've got Limbo Loot grab bags, which it's got some cool stuff in it, too. And don't forget to register at the table for all the cool prizes that Stephanie just talked about. So
Prizes, guys.
plus we've got a
Prizes.
show. We got a cool prize we're gonna give away at the end of this show.
There may or may not be lotion. It's this one right
It's
here.
a pretty awesome thing in there.
There is a copy of the movie in it.
Scotty, did you do this?
No, my mother made that.
Okay. I was like, this is like really good, Scotty.
Scotty doesn't rap.
You
I
were
don't
like
rap. I
upping
don't
your
rap
skills.
Kanye. I don't
There's
rap
a
presidents.
ribbon.
I don't rap.
There's a ribbon. Normally
I
it's
enjoy
like
wrapped things, and I enjoy Kanye, but I can't do that.
it's normally
skills
just a
I don't
bag
have.
with no tissue paper.
Well, let's rap about this movie.
All right, so all right, let's open the tab. The movie is An American
Is there a
Werewolf in London, 1981, written and directed by John Landis. It stars David Knott as David. He didn't have to learn a new name. Giffen Dunn as Jack, Jenny Agutter as Alex, and John Woodvine as Dr. Hirsch. We're going to listen to the trailer now.
Take it from Wolfman Jack, the critics and I agree. This is the most outrageous horror film that you'll ever see because David is having the most frightening nightmares of his life.
I think I did some terrible things last night, things I can't remember.
It may have been someone he ate. From the director of Animal House, a different kind of animal. An American Werewolf in London, rated R.
Now playing in a selected theater near you. Check your local newspaper for listings.
So, having watched it now, what is your
I totally saw the trailer. Okay.
Yeah. So, what is your synopsis of the film?
My synopsis. Okay. So, American douchebag friend goes on an adventure.
I like Jack.
No, he is not a good friend to his friend who died. He was just like, oh, you're getting eaten. I'm going to run away.
Oh, you're talking about
Bye.
David.
Talking about
yeah.
David.
Yeah, you're talking about David.
I don't know their names.
Okay.
So, the douchebag that lives.
What color
This is
jacket?
what we go through every week.
The one wearing the red jacket. Red jacket.
There you go.
Okay. Falls in love with a nurse after has to be a week. And
minute.
Well,
I know.
Well, we're talking like, never mind, trailers. Never mind.
Yeah. No, he was there for a couple of weeks, and then it was like, "Come home with me, weird American that thinks that you're a werewolf. Cool, I'll take you." And then eats everybody, and then abruptly it ends on a sad note.
Not bad. Not bad. Stephanie.
Okay. Two young men go on a walkabout in England. They make the mistake of going off the road, which they were told repeatedly not to. One dies, one gets bitten. Then the one who gets bitten gets naked most of the time in the movie.
There's a lot of naked in this.
There was a lot of naked. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Jared, having watched it this morning.
Yeah, have
Oh no, I watched it this
Oh,
morning
you both
too.
did watch it this morning.
High five.
Get it?
Sorry for the stinky armpit.
It's okay.
Stephanie.
It's okay. It's fine.
Synopsis. Yeah, no. So, two Americans doing what Americans do, not listening to the rules.
And they just randomly left the road
America.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody told him stay on
Yeah,
the road.
stay on the road. Watch out for or beware of the moon.
Yeah.
They did neither.
Okay, how
They-
are you not supposed to be aware of the moon? Like, how did they ignore that? You can't change the moon.
No, but they were all up in that moonlight.
Okay, cool.
And nowhere near the
Cool.
road.
All right.
And one of them died.
Okay.
And then the other one somehow spent 3 weeks getting a nurse to fall in love with him while he was unconscious.
Refusing to eat.
Yeah. And then somebody just won something.
Yeah, they did.
Someone's excited they won
Nice.
something. You got. When one of you win our prize, you got to top that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure.
See that? That's the reaction I get when somebody buys me a shot.
Too bad there's none
I
of
think
bar
there's
nearby.
a liquor store right over here.
It's on the other side.
I'm just saying. Right over there, just saying.
So, my synopsis. 2 college students go backpacking in England when things get all crazy, leaving one a ghost and the other a werewolf. The ghost tries to get the werewolf to kill himself, but you know what? There's a lot of murdering to do. Also features Blue Moon.
Blue.
A lot.
It made me want a beer the whole time I was watching it. I'm not gonna lie.
Should have been Blue Moon should have sponsored this episode.
Right?
There's still time. This doesn't air for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love Blue
I'll get
Moon,
working
so
on that.
Reach out.
Are y'all ready for the sermon? Yeah. Brothers, sisters, gather round.
Preach
I
it.
was waiting for people to like get closer.
Tell us about those wolves.
Okay, one more time. I'm gonna do that one more time. Then I want you to cheer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Brothers and sisters, gather round. That's how you do it. Love it.
Oh my god.
Meet David and Jack, 2 young men on a backpacking excursion in Europe. Trust me, it was all the rage back then. As night falls, the boys find themselves in a pub where all the folks inside are acting all weird like
They're just British.
staring at them. Maybe it's because they're outsiders. Maybe most likely because they're American.
They knew that as soon as they walked in.
Right. That's a magic power that we have when we
Yeah.
travel.
Okay.
Oh, you're an American, right there. Just so you.
It's pretty obvious.
Like, look at those jackets.
And some
You don't
some
belong
countries
around
you're
here.
like, no, I'm Canadian, eh? Just to be safe. Whatever it is, clearly the pub folks don't like them. After getting some tea, which is very British, and pointing out some weird supernatural symbols, the pub folk run the boys out into the night. Which the bar wench is totally like, we shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea.
Can I just say, if I go into a pub, I'm not ordering tea.
They were cold.
They tried to order everything else,
They
and they were
did.
told no.
They couldn't have whiskey.
Tea was their last resort.
That was the only thing they could have.
Quite
That is so
literally.
sad.
And she didn't even want to do that.
I know.
She was like, I guess.
That was my favorite part, I think, of the whole movie. Start going, no. No. You could have tea. Do you have tea? No.
We don't have food here.
We don't have food.
But we can make tea. She's nice enough to make tea. Begrudgingly.
But, like, then it's like she was kind of a douchebag. And then they go to leave, and she's like, no, don't do that. We can't let you leave. That's creepy.
And the dudes are like, oh, no, we can let them leave.
They can go.
No,
Bye.
Don't listen to her.
Bye.
Leave. Get out. Get out of here.
Stu's got to eat.
Did you just name him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So what happens next? The guys are walking in the moors of Yorkshire when they are attacked by a wild creature. Jack is mortally wounded. David is severely injured because he just books it. He's like, oh, my friend's dead. Out.
I love how you say
No.
mortally wounded. Dude was killed.
No.
He was eaten.
David was leaving before Jack died.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
down and he
Like,
started running.
The attack happened, and he left.
And he's
then
like- and
when
he says, "Oh,
when
God, I
Jack
gotta turn
died,
around."
He went, oh, wait, my friend.
I'm going to be
Because
straight
he's
up.
a douchebag friend.
I'm going to be straight up with all of y'all.
Do it.
I love all of you dearly, very dearly. But a werewolf attacks this podcast, I'm gone. Y'all fend for yourselves. Y'all out. There's an
I'll
exit
save you
here,
guys.
there's an exit there.
I'll save you.
All I
It's
have to
fine.
be is
You are
faster
quick.
than the
You're on
rest
roller
of
skates.
you.
You should leave.
If I'm on roller skates in the moors, I'm going to be the slowest person out there.
In the moors, you
Okay.
would be. But if you had
fairness.
stayed on the road, you could skate.
No, that was a gravel road.
There's-
No, I
That was
could
true.
not have.
There's an age-old saying: you don't have to be the fastest. You just don't have to be you can't be the slowest.
You just
right?
don't want to be the
That's
last.
You just gotta be faster than the
I'm
slowest
tripping
person.
all of y'all.
It's
I'm
fine.
not getting eaten by no werewolf. I am
So I
no.
thought it was really neat in that little spot how they were making jokes about it being the Hound of Baskerville, and that play just finished at CCT
Yeah, they just
at
did
Chickasaw,
that.
and I did the projector for that.
Very nice.
What did you project?
Images on a screen
All right.
that
Just
people
random energy.
yeah, that people acted in front
Some
of.
hounds and some Baskervilles.
No, I didn't do either of those.
Like backgrounds.
okay.
is
No.
what-
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
backgrounds.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
trying.
no.
I'm trying to get
Anyway.
out specific what
Yeah,
you were
it's like
doing.
the screen
You're
in
just
the
like
back.
images. Well, I know
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
images.
I'm not used to people
Stuff.
watching me. Okay.
You don't say.
I like
the projector shot images.
Pictures. We
Yeah,
shot
yeah, yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
sound.
I hit the space bar,
It
guys.
wasn't smells.
Like I did so well.
And you know what? You were great.
And
at
for one of those, I had to actually hit the mouse too to make butterflies appear.
that.
So
Ooh.
just saying.
ILM should hire you.
Yeah, I know.
Straight up,
right?
ILM should hire you.
I'm available.
Oh, so anyway, David is severely injured, but luckily the pub goers have come back to shoot the beast, which turns out to be a naked guy. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of naked guys in this movie.
It was
Well, not a
terrible.
lot of
I
naked
hated
guys.
watching a bunch of naked
There's
guys.
a lot of
we have to
naked
qualify.
visuals.
There's not a bunch of naked guys.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of naked guys.
Guy.
Yeah,
guy.
it's
One guy
two.
who's
One
naked.
guy.
No. The one at the
Two.
beginning was naked too.
Yeah, but you like.
He was still naked. He was still naked.
He was naked.
Fight me.
Like right now,
Did you
fight
say
him.
fight me or bite me?
I heard fight.
me.
I heard bite me. And I'm
Please
like, well,
don't
that was a
bite
good
me.
I don't
tie-in
think
for
we're
a
allowed to
werewolf
fight at
movie.
Halloween Horror Gras. I don't. I think that's in my packet of things
Where's-
do to not
where's
to
Marshall?
do.
Let's ask.
Assault the podcast guests and fight. I think that David wakes up in a hospital in London. He's told by his doctor Hirsch and Yoda that his buddy is dead, and he freaks out a bit.
And Yoda?
Frank Oz is the other guy. He's the representative from the UN, the U.S. Embassy.
That was Frank Oz?
That's Frank Oz.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which is Yoda, Miss Piggy.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Piggy.
Fozzie.
Yes.
Yes, Miss
That's
Piggy.
amazing.
Yeah,
that
so
Miss
he-
Piggy
that-
and Yoda are the
that-
same person.
He's the original puppet master.
He is. So, he also
Nice.
directed Little Shop of Horrors and In and Out and a bunch of other
Anyway,
stuff. Yeah,
Frank
so-
Oz.
Frank Oz. So Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh, but there's a cute nurse named Alex, and that's going to help him recover.
Hey, you like how that other nurse showed up and the doctor was like, "You got shit to do. Like, I need you to leave. There's nothing.
We
for
can
you."
only
But
pay
Alex
one
can
nurse.
Stay. Alex can say, "Alex, you're good."
Alex is helping.
You're cuter.
David
You get to
recover.
Yeah.
Right.
We need him to calm down, Alex. You can stay.
I did enjoy talking about the hospital scenes. Totally useless for the plot line, but the little boy who's constantly no.
Yes.
He might have been
No.
related to the lady at the pub.
It was hilarious. He was
oh
like,
my
no.
goodness.
Yeah, I was
Do you have
wondering where
anything
that was
hot?
going to pay
No.
off. And it was
Yeah.
did it pay off?
No.
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 Was there a third section where they said no a lot? That really should have been called back for a third time.
Oh, yeah.
Comedies in threes. They just did it in
Oh.
twos. David is also
It's
having
Britain.
weird dreams where he's running nude in the forest and attacking deer. He tells his doctor.
Naked.
I
He's
like
doing it
the
naked.
dreams about the family. Those are funnier.
Yeah, there's a dream where he's having dinner with the family and then they are attacked by Nazi werewolves.
Which I really chuckled
Oh, I
over.
That
Yeah, it
was,
was yeah.
and then it was Inception because then he woke up and it was still happening.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they
it was
killed
still
Alex.
happening.
He's having
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dream within a dream.
Because then the Nazi werewolf killed Alex.
That's so sad because they love each other.
Well, not yet.
She fed
That
him
was the
so
first day.
well.
No,
is
that
what
was
I'm
his
saying.
They didn't fall in love
She
until
knows
day
how to
2.
cut that meat. Okay, listen.
She gonna make him eat.
Yeah.
She's going to give him a nice bath later.
Ugh.
Oh no, it was a
She
shower.
is cute. I ain't gonna lie. The police come to talk to David. He tells them that they tell him he was attacked by a crazy guy, but David's like, nope, that was an animal, a wolf to be specific, and the wolf totally kicked their behinds. The cops are all like, nope, case solved. It was a lunatic. Lunatic. Luna. Moon. Werewolf. Oh, woo! Anywho.
Well done. You think the cops were in on it?
No.
They're just clueless.
Either.
That
I
other
think
guy was
Scotty
my
just
favorite.
made
He
that
kept
up.
trying to help,
I
and the
agree.
dude was like, "You know nothing." I was like, "You're right. You're right. I don't know."
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a dumb assistant cop.
But he was really better.
I thought he was going to run into the door. Can
It looked
we
like
be
he was
honest?
going
Like,
to.
The first guy left and he was still talking, and then turned around and I thought he was going to run into the door.
I like
and he
when
caught on.
I liked when he knocked over the metal trays.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
And
then
he's
he-
trying to stack them
and
back.
then it suddenly becomes this elaborate puzzle that he's got to put back together suddenly, and every piece is very noisy, and it's just like awkward.
It's like a lot of the rest of that movie. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
No.
It's up there with
But
no.
I loved it.
Oh, by the way, Jack shows up. Well, sorta. It's his corpse, or kind of a ghost of his corpse, or something like that.
It was a zombie. Of
I
his
call it
corpse.
Zombie Jack.
Yeah, that
Zombie
wasn't
Jack.
Ghost. That wasn't Ghost Jack.
It's Zombie
No,
Jack.
it's
He
the undead Jack.
deteriorated
He made that very
more.
clear 30 times in that
Yes,
movie.
he's
Undead.
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 He's not a ghost. He cannot move on or anything. He can't even be a ghost until David kills himself.
You think he wants to move on to be a ghost?
I think he just doesn't want to be a nasty corpse anymore.
Fair point.
Yeah, so Jack was buried back in America, but he's here and he's got some things to say for David. Yo, David, you're a werewolf, and because I was totally killed by a werewolf, I'm stuck here in limbo. The non-Chronicles version.
That's right.
Yeah, much crappier version of Limbo.
Until the werewolf line is broken. That means, dude, you got to kill yourself, and you got to do it before the full moon, or when or you'll transform into a werewolf and kill everybody, and then they'll walk the earth, and so on and so forth. It sucks. So, dude, kill yourself.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
Okay, so that other guy attacked Red Jacket and Green Jacket.
Yes.
Okay. Now, they shot him, and he was dead.
Right.
And now Red Jacket's the only werewolf.
Right.
So those people were scared shitless and wouldn't leave their pub, but could just go easily kill the only werewolf left.
They may not know the rules. Because
But
they're
they just
they're
like so
still
smoothly
alive.
did it, and then
No,
is
but
it Jack the ghost?
They're still alive. They're not undead.
I
The only
know,
reason
but-
Jack knows is because he's dead and he's now connected to the eternal knowledge.
I
of
don't know.
Limbo.
It just seems ridiculous for them to be like, no, we're not going out. He can die. They can both die.
Can we skip ahead to the porn movie?
No, that's way back there, but we'll talk
Yeah,
about it
that's
when
at
we
the
get
end. You need to calm down.
there. We'll get there. So David doesn't take the news well. In fact, he thinks he's crazy, and let's be honest, you'd think you're crazy too. So instead of working that whole suicide plan, he goes to shack up with Nurse Alex, who is, I normally don't take strange American boys in, but you're cute and look sad.
Well, then she listed all of her sexual encounters.
Right.
So.
She's like, I've bet like with the 7, right? She
It was
like,
7.
No, there were 7. 3 of them were one-night stands. I don't know what you want to take from that, but I'm going to go get in the shower. Telly was
Wink,
back there.
All right.
Bye.
But he looks cute, and she's sad. She's totally into that. She expresses how much she's into that in the shower.
And then the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
They continued that party.
Meanwhile,
Water
they
must
did.
have got cold.
Meanwhile, Dr. Hirsch is curious about what's going on with David, so he treks back and visits the pub at the start of the film. He also does not get a warm welcome. One guy, though, is like, yeah, we shouldn't let that dude go because he's going to be like serious trouble and in serious danger. And then they cut him off and like, Bob, don't talk. Don't let our secret. So maybe they know the rules.
So, but he said he was going to go check on the dogs. Wink, wink. Right? And it's
Right.
like, well, are there more werewolves?
Got to be.
Like, because what I'm wondering is if Jack just thinks like he knows half the rules, but he doesn't know there's other werewolves. He thought that was the last one. So
Like,
Jack's
yeah,
like,
how does that
"No,
happen?
no,
Does he
kill
just get the
yourself."
knowledge when he becomes undead?
But he doesn't know how many are actually left. So he's like, kill yourself, kill yourself. And it would have sucked if David had killed himself and there's still more werewolves and Jack would have been stuck undead.
So the
And
way
his friend would be dead and not with him.
So the way I'm taking it is this. I will take it as if you died in that specific counter and you survived and became a werewolf and that werewolf died, you carry that line for your encounter.
Oh, okay. So all of his
right.
It's all his deaths.
It's like-
right.
In that
Oh,
family
gotcha.
line.
Right.
Right.
Not
Direct
all
line.
of werewolves
Not
in
all
general.
of werewolves in
Okay.
general.
That
but-
makes me feel better about the pub. I'm okay. I'm okay with
Does
that.
it?
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't. It
clears
doesn't
up
worry
that
you
question.
that they have them
No,
like
like,
in a
it
kennel
makes more
somewhere.
sense
They've
that-
got all these
no,
dudes
no, that-
just
I'm
hanging
not
out
okay
in a
with
kennel.
that.
They let them out every once in a while.
I'm just sad that
No,
when
no.
the doctor went to the pub, he ordered that beautiful Guinness and took 2 sips and left it there.
Well, I
Who
think-
would do
well,
that?
they
This
made
is
him
why
leave
she's the
them.
Terrible
lady of
people.
libations.
He could have
They
chugged
did
it.
kick him out.
Yeah, but he's a proper British
It doesn't
doctor.
matter.
He's not gonna
I would have
chug a
chugged that Guinness before I left. I paid for the
I
Guinness.
would like to watch
I
you
would have chugged
chug
it.
a Guinness.
I will chug a Guinness.
Okay.
We may do that as a special video on our YouTube
I just
page.
want to watch it happen.
Have you seen me drink a car bomb?
I have
No,
seen-
no,
I
no,
have-
honey. Guinness by itself.
Okay, that's
I'll do a
even
car bomb
easier.
while you're doing a Guinness.
Challenge accepted, right? Jack comes back to David that night and tells him that tomorrow's the full moon, so you should go ahead and kill yourself. David refuses again. Alex leaves David in her flat as she goes to work. He pretty much spends all day being bored and restless until night falls and the moon is full, and, well, he gets hot, like burning up. And then he gets all naked, like super fast. And then he starts turning into a werewolf. Hair, hands grow, skin bubbles, stretches, and in 2 minutes, he's in and out about London killing folk.
Well, we can't skip the fact that he did contemplate killing himself.
For a
he was,
moment.
He was in the phone booth and he had a knife to his wrist. And
Oh, that's
then-
later.
Oh, was that later?
Yes, later.
I skipped ahead. Sorry.
Yes, it did, but
That
that's
didn't
later.
happen. Ignore that.
Just
That does happen.
Rewind
You're
the
a witch.
tape.
You know the future.
Rewind the tape there. Sorry.
So David kills 6 people, including Bib Fortuna from Jabba's palace.
I don't know who
I don't
that
know if
is.
anyone knew that. I know Caleb probably knew that. So you've not seen Jedi yet.
No, I haven't.
Yet another movie she's not seen.
Look, see, they get it. They
We know
know.
her very. So Bib Fortuna is. Do you know Jabba the Hutt?
That's a big one with like the rah, 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 rah,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
This is what we do every week.
Yeah.
So there's a Jabba the Hutt, right? So
'Kay.
he's got like a henchman, like a main dude.
Uh-huh.
That main dude has a long tail like on his head.
No, you lost me.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm
Okay,
just describing for you. He's got this
Okay.
long head tail thing. That dude is named Bib Fortuna. That dude is in this movie. The guy
Tuna?
who-
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
fish?
like a fish.
Okay.
Fortuna. Like I would like tuna for you,
Cool.
or tuna for me.
That's a
No,
terrible
how
name,
many-
but
How
cool.
much tuna?
Four tuna. I need 4 tuna.
Yeah.
I need Fortuna.
Okay,
Fortuna.
cool.
All right.
So
but-
that dude.
So
Yeah.
he is the dude that gets killed in the subway. And that's
Oh, the
same-
one running, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you left my wife
so I was
without
like,
a."
Bib.
Oh, the guy who
And
took
Bib
it like a
doesn't make
man
it.
at the end.
Yeah.
The one who was like, you know what? This
Fine.
is happening. Like, all right. Like, I'm not happy about this, but
He's
I'm
very
not going to
British
scream like
about
a
it.
little
He's
girl.
It's very accepting about how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than being eaten by a rancor, I suppose.
I guess so.
All right, so David wakes up in a zoo among the wolves, naked, very naked.
And does what every fine American would do.
He escapes.
He leaves.
Oh, I was talking about approaching a little kid.
A little child
He's
while
trying
he's
to take his
naked.
balloons.
Then he finds a
Hey,
young
little
boy,
boy, give me your balloons.
and goes all Pennywise on him and takes his balloons to hide
It
his
was
junk.
really Pennywise too, because like, "Hey kid, we
He's
all
like-
float down here. Come on, I'll show you how."
From a bush.
Give me
hey,
your
kid, come
balloons.
here. Let me get something from you.
He then snatches a lady's coat and then heads back to Alex's place. So Dr.
He does
Who-
not look upset about it
Yeah,
at all. By
did
the
you
way,
notice how calm she was about the fact that he woke up naked in a wolf's den in the
she
zoo?
loves
and
Shows
him.
up in a lady's
Love
coat.
is
Shows up in a lady's
blind.
coat. She's
Love
like, oh, all
is
right.
blind.
Show-
She probably liked the coat for herself. I was like, "Thank you,
She
good
was
sir."
not upset though at all. She was like, whatever, it's cool.
British people.
So Dr. Hirsch calls Alex looking for David, but he just shows up, and she's all like, yeah, I should get you to the doctor, but no, seriously, he feels great. Until he finds out he killed 6 people. And yeah, that's not cool. Then he tries to get himself arrested. That doesn't work. He calls home and tells his family he loves them, and then he tries to cut his wrist with a penknife. Yeah, that's not going to work either.
Are we at the porn movie yet?
So my favorite part
Yes.
about the
like
him trying to
this.
get arrested, right,
Right.
is watching the movie with subtitles, and none of the curse words were in the
I
subtitles.
noticed it. I watched it with subtitles too. I watched it from Amazon Prime. None of the curse words in this movie are on the subtitles.
Do they,
None of
do
them.
they, like,
They
do
either
do
put a
the
blank-
weird jumble?
No, it's just not
no,
there.
like they
They
put
just
like
skip
a
it?
dash, like there's a word there, like fill in the blanks, figure it
Insert
out.
your own
But
naughty word
sometimes
here.
they just didn't include it at all, like there wasn't a word said.
Makes me wonder if the person typing it was like a Jehovah's Witness or something, and they were like, not typing that one. Just like,
But why are
skipping
they
it.
watching
Like they
this
made it
movie?
through
This
like
is-
a lot of movies
Look, it's
before
their job,
someone
man.
was like, listen.
I understand.
You got to put everything in there.
Look, you gotta live in the world, but you don't have to
Yeah.
take that stuff in. You have to
Yeah.
like put it back out. Like you can just be around it. Just you don't have to type the words out.
So let's get to Stephanie's favorite part. The skeletal remains of Jack show up outside a porno theater near where David calls his family. David goes inside, and he and Jack have a conversation where the 6 people who murdered, now have to walk the earth, and they're all like, dude, got to kill yourself so we can be free. And this,
I love this scene.
the one in the porn movie?
Well, no, it's hilarious because you got David, and he's talking to all these people that he's killed while this porn is going on in the background.
The juxtaposition was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're trying to be serious, and then there's just like moaning.
I
in the back. I was
know.
like, it's really jarring what's
I
happening.
love it.
So the funny thing, out of everything in the movie, this was the first thing shot. Everything else in this movie was shot in sequence.
Listen, if you were directing this movie, would you be like, y'all want to do the porno first? Anybody?
Or would
porno
you want to save it
first?
for last?
But yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. You choose. You choose.
You start at the beginning and then reshirts.
Yeah.
Choose
There
at the
you
end.
go.
There we go. So book in with porno. Book in with porno is a nice title of my next album.
But kid
Or
with porno.
t-shirt.
That would be good. Book in with porno would be a good
Yeah,
T-shirt. Look for that on TeePublic.
But then they started giving him a whole bunch of suggestions on how to kill himself, and that was great.
Yeah.
They're like, put the gun in your mouth, though. Don't miss, okay?
I like the first couple who are very just happy about the whole thing.
Yeah, they
it's
were
like,
like-
oh, dude, you could totally do this.
Yeah, that would be
That
great.
would be amazing if you could just help us out.
And then Tuna Guy was like, no, you
Could you
suck.
be so kind as to possibly kill yourself for us there?
Yeah, how very British of you.
I know.
That was great, Stephanie. Well done.
She is an
Theater.
actress.
Yeah. You can tell.
So do kill yourself so they can be free and you won't be cause any more harm. Instead, he goes all wolfy and continues his killing spree inside the theater and outside of Piccadilly Circus.
So we're not going to talk about his transformation into a wolf being incredibly awkward inside of a porno theater.
We can
Are we
talk.
not? We're not
I
going to
feel
talk
like
about
I'm
that.
just
He
synopsis-
became a
I'm
bigger
summarizing,
wolf
but
that
Oh,
time.
okay.
feel free to add anything
yeah.
you'd like.
Oh,
Do it,
okay.
Jared.
So we're like, did everybody see this movie? Because it was incredibly awkward to have a dude like moaning and like pushing on the chairs and stuff, and then the dude was but then there was a dude just like he wasn't kicking him out. He was just staring at him the whole time.
Like,
This is a place
it's like-
that
He was
shows
trying to get a
pornos.
show, trying
he
to see what all was
probably
gonna-
thought
can
he
you,
was
can you finish and then we can get you
climaxing.
out? Because right now it's a little weird, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
afterwards.
We're at least
That
going to
it
let
could
you
have been what that
finish.
dude's into. It's like, this porno is great, but oh, that sexy werewolf.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Sexy
Super.
werewolf.
Super
Oh,
awkward.
baby. Sexy werewolf. That's probably what it was.
Maybe. We'll
Sexy
never
werewolf
know.
is the next name of my band.
We're just going to get a whole bunch of bands out of this, aren't we?
Bookended by porn.
Bookend by porn, their first album.
Cool.
Yes, it was awkward and probably mostly unnoticed until he started killing everybody.
Yeah, right. Because it's expected.
Right. The cops show up. Alex shows up. Dr. Hirsch shows up. They corner the werewolf, David, in an alley, and then Alex goes to talk to him. There's like a minute where he recognizes her. Then he goes all lunge at her, and then the cops just shoot him to death. He turns back into naked David,
Naked.
and then we just cue the credits. Blue moon.
No.
blue-
Alex cries.
Oh, that's right.
And then we cue the
Right.
credits.
Oh, the last shot is David naked.
It is David naked because he's got his little leg over. So
Oh,
you
okay.
hide
All
his
right.
bits and parts like
I must
this,
have
and you just
blocked
have
that
the
out.
whole side
You were
of
like, the
his
movie's
ass.
over. She's crying. Let's go. We're done.
So that's it.
I will say Mackenzie walked in right as the movie ended, and her big takeaway was, why would they just stop the movie while she's crying?
I know. It was
Like, it
kinda-
really bothered her.
It was a very
John Landis was like, "We're done with this movie."
She cried. They know how she felt.
a very abrupt stop to a film.
It was like slamming on brakes suddenly. It's like, oh, blue moon.
It was
You're
super.
landing
It was
alone.
super weird that everybody was like, "Turn back into a dude." That's weird.
Wasn't that a wolf? Must have been a dude the whole
Yeah,
time.
I guess that was it. And they weren't.
Yeah, we
that,
were in
that didn't
shock.
disturb them
Apparently,
at
this
all.
happens a lot in
So it's
London.
obviously a dude.
They weren't worried about the fact that they just shot a dude that they thought
Everybody
was an animal.
knew.
They were like,
Everybody knew. That was a secret.
So, do we have a libation?
Oh, we have 2 libations.
All right, Stephanie, give us our libation.
Hold on. I have them in my
I
notes.
heard a woo. Did someone do a woo? Give me another woo. All right. People like drinking.
You guys get extra tickets for prizes if you go grab the ingredients for these.
I don't know if I agreed to that, but
2, okay,
It'll
or
be fun, it'll
4.
be fun.
But
Okay.
they don't normally drink as much. So,
So I've got one. I've got a cocktail and a shot.
woo!
So
Well, you have to have a shot.
right.
That's how they end the movie.
The reason
Yeah.
why I have 2 is because these use one of the ingredients. You use them both.
that's
So
fun.
it's you can.
So there's a theme.
You are the lady of libations.
Yes.
You don't need to explain.
So the first one is a silver bullet, which has the cream
Which
de
are not
coke.
in this movie.
Right, it's not.
It
but
got brought
still.
up. Do I need silver bullets?
No, it's
no.
not. It's not necessary.
It's
but
not
you
necessary.
could still use a silver bullet.
But the
Good.
reason why I picked it is because it has yummy ingredients. Thank you very
I'm
much.
all for this.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
You go.
Cream de cocoa, vanilla schnapps, moonshine,
there it is.
Oh,
Sugar.
there it is.
and edible.
I am going to West Virginia soon. I'll bring some
There
back.
you go.
Yes, please.
Edible silver powder. So you're going to rim a shot glass
We
with
need
sugar.
to be extra,
Whoa,
guys.
where do you get edible silver
I don't know,
powder?
but y'all need to figure it out.
Online at Amazon.
Really?
Yes.
You can get anything on
anything
Amazon.
on it.
Bakers use
Yeah.
it a lot to decorate, make cake sparkling.
Do you guys have
I
edible
feel
silver
fancy.
powder?
Okay. Anyway,
Nobody- Hold on.
Jennifer has silver and gold powder.
there you
Yes.
go.
Look at Derby
Was it
wife.
Her
Edible?
Derby wife.
Derby wife.
People
Is it
who,
edible?
yes,
Yeah? All right.
they put it on their
Oh,
pastries.
yeah.
and
No, I was asking
cakes
if
and
hers
stuff.
was edible. I was just checking.
Okay,
No, they just put it in their food and they see what happens.
Okay.
so you rim your shot glass with sugar.
That's what she said.
You add moonshine, cream de cocoa, and vanilla schnapps. You're gonna stir, pour it into the shot glass, and add the silver powder on top.
Nice.
So it's,
Will it make
it's
my lips
amazing, and
silver?
it's equal portions of each of those
Because
wonderful
I want
liquors.
silver lips.
So let me get my other one.
And number 2.
Both are shots, actually, because I like shots. Okay, this one has my favorite alcoholic beverage of all time.
Vodka?
No,
Oh.
Jaeger.
Oh, okay.
Really?
How did I
Yes.
not know that?
We learned.
Favorite
We
ever?
learned something
Something.
today. Woo!
I would win with vodka too.
I drink Jaeger like water. I'm just not allowed to do it in public because I
Jaeger
get
fan in
naked.
the audience.
There you go. I
right.
love it. Okay, you'll love this one. This one's called the Werewolf. It's a ½ ounce of Jaeger, a ½ ounce of coffee liqueur, and a ½ ounce of your cream de cocoa. So you're just going to put it in a shaker with ice and then strain into a shot glass.
Did you use cream de cocoa because I asked for hot chocolate in the beginning?
No, I just like chocolate.
Okay, well, we're going to say
supposed to
that's
say
why it
yes.
happened.
I
'Cause
mean,
well done.
I'll be honest. I have been craving chocolate for 2 weeks, so everything is chocolate
You
now.
brought chocolate.
I did.
I actually messaged her asking if she got candy, and she was like,
No, I got
I was
chocolate.
like, did you get suckers? She's like, no, I got candy. I was like, suckers or candy? She was like, I got chocolate. I was like, okay.
chocolate for our
Okay.
table. It's
That
very
does.
specific.
Chocolate.
works.
Those are our libations, which will be printed for you guys.
They'll be on the show notes, so definitely check out the show notes. I didn't find too much apocrypha for this. I found one thing. The film was edited to receive an R rating in the U.S. The love scene with David and Jenny was toned down.
Yeah, that was lame.
And food coming through Jack's mouth as he was eating toast was also removed. So it was supposed to, when he first eating
Yeah.
the toast, it was supposed to come out of his throat. And the MPAA was like, nope.
Now wait a minute.
Oh, we're talking about the hospital scene.
All
Yeah, I
of
was listening.
Oh, okay.
all of the lovely gore and stuff was okay, which by the way I highly approve of because I love that kind of stuff. But all that was okay, but not food coming out of the throat.
No, that's disgusting.
That was just
Stephanie.
too much.
Come on now.
That was too much.
Come
Naked
on.
guy running through London was fine, but
Okay, that's how
I
you
have a piece of
look.
toast
No,
coming
no,
out of my
under your
throat.
clothes,
That's
it's
out.
fine.
You
was
mean
covered.
Jack with his whole neck kind of flapping loose?
Yeah, but he had
When-
clothes on toes. All good.
All right.
And even if he didn't, it's fine because
Yeah.
naked dudes are
You
fine.
just gotta cover. You gotta
So-
cover
If it
one
was a
specific
naked
area.
chick, though, we'd have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never let go, Jack. Different movie. Sorry.
No, sorry. Just going there.
So we're trying to catch the toast. All right, so bar trivia time.
Bar trivia.
You'll love this one. This one's for you. This is the first film to earn an Academy Award for Best Makeup.
Yes.
Rick Baker won that. The category
Who was that?
Rick Baker. He's the guy who did the makeup.
Okay, cool. Continue.
The category was created in 1981. Rick Baker has went on to do a lot of things. He's won 2 Oscars, both for werewolf movies.
What
So
was
he's
the other
really
one?
good at werewolves.
Oh, okay. Wolf
So
was a
What
great
what
movie.
What did he win for though?
Best makeup.
Oh, okay.
Wolf
All right.
was great. Did you see that?
I haven't seen Wolf.
It's
no.
good.
This is also the only John Landis movie to win an Oscar. The rest of them. The Blues Brothers should have won an Oscar. That's all
I
I'm
love the Blues Brothers.
John Landis.
I know.
So the scene with David in the cage was with real wolves was filmed in one take. because David Naughton was like, I'm not going to stay here longer than that.
In fairness, that dude got naked and then got in a cage with wolves.
Right, and they
so,
told him,
mad props.
It'll be fine. The wolves are fed, and they won't bother you. Just don't make any sudden moves or loud noises. He did both of those things.
I would have cuddled them.
If you woke up naked, not knowing what happened the night before,
like if I was in that
naked.
movie as an actor, I would be tempted to cuddle the wolves because they were cute.
Okay.
Did they
Thank you for
Did they tell him to cover the nibbly bits?
The nibbly bits.
Okay.
Like,
I think
he
they've been
did,
fed,
but
he was really
You just
biting on
let that
those nibbly
dangle
bits.
to look like a snack.
like you just don't want to leave that hanging out.
He was really good at hiding his nibbly bits. Only 4 American work permits were requested by the British government for this production. For director John Landis, makeup artist Rick Baker, David Naughton, and Griffin Dunn. The first 3 permits were granted by the British government without question. But when they looked at Griffin Dunn, they're like, dude, we got British people who can do that. Or we got Americans living here who can do that.
Right.
So when John Landis went, that's fine, I could call this An American Werewolf in Paris, Britain was like, here's your work permit.
But guess what?
They made a werewolf in
They
Paris
made an American Werewolf in Paris.
in 98. They got the cat on the window ledge to hiss at David by holding another cat toward its face.
Of course.
Nice.
that's not nice.
It's like, this cat won't hiss. Hold on. Cat was all like,
nice.
F you. My movie. John Landis wrote the screenplay for the film following an incident he was while shooting Kelly's Heroes in 1970, back when he was much younger. He was in a courtside of Yugoslavia while driving around the country road with a colleague. Landis encountered what he would describe as a gypsy funeral. The body was buried in a massive deep grave, feet first, wrapped in garlic so it would not raise from the dead.
Dead.
And it's like, I'll make a werewolf movie out of that. David Naughton was got hired because he was, at the time, if you're old enough to remember this, he was a Dr. Pepper man and saying, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, we're a pepper
I
too.
remember that.
That's
Yep.
him?
That's him.
Right.
Oh, that's amazing.
He got
Okay.
fired from Dr. Pepper because of the nudity in this film.
Okay, who was that? The main guy?
Yeah, David.
Yeah,
That's
Before
sad.
your time.
Yeah, yeah.
He
No,
was-
I
for
will,
sure.
in the
Even
show
if it
notes,
was my
I will
time, it
find the
wouldn't matter.
commercial and I will post the commercial in the show notes.
Hold on. So, no, never mind. I'll wait till you're done.
No, you anytime.
Well, I'm just curious if the character's name was David before he got signed, or if they changed it to David because people kept calling
the
him the wrong
screenplay
name.
has always been David.
It's always been David.
Right.
Okay. All right.
The funny thing to me though is when he's calling his family, he's like, tell Max to be good.
Yeah.
Max is his son, who wasn't born until 4 years later. He was planning on naming his kid Max, like back then.
That's
wow.
awesome.
Oh. He just really liked that name.
It's a good name.
Is it Maximus?
I
You
mean,
think it's Maximus?
It's not as good as Scotty, but we'll go
Maxwell?
with
I mean, I have a son named Jack, and like my son was always
that.
going
Don't
to be
send him
named
to
Jack.
London.
I'm not.
I don't know.
Specifically not the Moors.
He was the better of the two friends, I felt like. I don't know. I liked him more.
So at the close of the credits, there's a congratulatory message for the wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Di. It included, because David is trying to get arrested, he shouts what we would call derogatory things about Prince Charles, and specifically his sexuality. The film was shot several months before the preparation for the couple's wedding, and so it ended with the quote is like Anthropope Films. Limited wishes to extend his heartfelt congratulations to the Lady Diana Spencer and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales on the occasion of their marriage, July 29th, 1981.
Like, please don't be mad
Was
at
all of
us.
that improv or was it scripted?
It was scripted.
Okay.
There you go.
Good question, though, Jared.
So they did it on purpose and then apologized. Got
So
it.
there's an
Okay.
episode of the Muppet
It's
Show.
fine. As long as you apologize later, it's
Yeah.
fine.
There's an episode of the Muppet Show that plays during David's nightmare sequence, and the episode is the Muppet Show Senior Winces from 1980. But the portion shown was never shown in the U.S., and why many Americans assume it's a fake episode because Frank Oz is in it.
Right.
And why Miss Piggy and Kermit Frog are actually credited in the movie.
As themselves.
As themselves.
Right.
Michael Jackson loved this movie so much he hired John Landis to do the Thriller video. And
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Yep.
So people have been wanting the score to this movie. They wanted it released on an album or a
Isn't
CD.
it just Blue Moon all the way through?
No,
Yeah, is there other?
There-
Are there
there are
any
other
other songs?
There are other songs. However, the entire score is 7 minutes.
It's Blue Moon and one other song.
Yeah.
Blue Moon and what they use for this one. So that's the reason why we don't have it.
It should be a single then.
David Naughton is naked
put him in
40%
one.
of the time in this movie.
How much percentage? What?
40%
Yeah.
40% of this movie, he ain't got no clothes on.
Seems a little low.
Does
but-
that
saves
include
money
when
on
he dressed
costuming.
up as a werewolf?
Yes.
Was he naked for that?
Yeah.
With just the
Yeah.
like the effects?
Yeah, the next he was naked for the effects.
Do they
So
count
like,
that as
was
naked?
his
I do.
ding dong just
Well, I mean,
flapping
but
around
he's
while he
got
was a
stuff
werewolf?
over him.
I don't know. I mean, we're led to believe
Were
that he's
his
naked.
bits covered?
Yes, that's my question.
I don't know. They weren't
While
on
he was a
camera, so I don't know.
werewolf.
I don't think they would have put fur and glue on his bits.
Well, but he could have been wearing
Rick Baker.
Spanx.
When Rick
I don't think he cares about being naked.
Okay,
I don't
about
think
that real quick. When Rick Baker met David Naughton, the first thing he said was, "Oh, I'm sorry what I'm about to do to you. I am so sorry what I'm about to do to you."
You don't like clothes, do you?
He's like, "This is gonna suck," straight up.
You don't know, he might have loved it.
And then he got an Oscar.
Hey,
he was
how's
like,
it going?
"I'll take the Oscar."
David's like, I
Yeah.
haven't seen wardrobe recently. You're like, man, don't worry about
I
that.
don't see. What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh,
exactly.
Nothing to worry about, David.
Yeah, yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
to worry about.
It's just
no,
his
like, I'm
makeup.
just kind of curious.
I
So,
know.
Nothing to
screw,
worry
Mary,
about.
kill. Let's do
Oh.
David, Alex, and Jack.
Okay, wait. Alex is the lady. David is the one that lives and is a werewolf, and
They-
Jack is the one that dies.
Yeah, Jack's the ghost.
Okay, cool.
What part of the movie are we discussing?
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
part
yeah.
you want to, whatever you're into. that's your choices there. I don't judge, brother.
I'm just curious.
All
We're
right.
an all-inclusive podcast.
All right.
Who's ready? Let's
Oh,
start.
I'll do it. Okay. So, I already forgot their names. David, I'm going to kill him.
You straight up killing the werewolf.
Well, because even when he recognized her for a second, he still tried to eat her. No. Once a month, I'm not trying to get you to kill me, okay? You got to go. So he's dead. And then
You got to
Jack
go.
is feisty, so I would have sex with him, okay?
Wait, what? At what part in the movie?
But
Well, I'll go
before
with.
he
I'll go with.
dies.
No. Okay, so after
have to
he
qualify the
dies,
statement.
because he gets a little bit more
You
himself
see?
after he dies.
This is why I asked.
But
She said
not
after.
when he's like falling apart. There's a level of undead, like really
So
close. Like
You know,
Fresh-
after
fresh
like a
dead
day
is
or two,
fine.
he's gonna stink.
right. So like he's just fresh, but he
Okay.
gets sassy. Like
He
you can
does.
take that to bed, right?
I would.
And then I would marry Alex.
I guess.
So done. Next.
I-
Come on, guys. This was easy.
no, mine was actually the exact same, but for different reasons.
What's the reason?
Okay, so I would screw Jack, but pre-death Jack, because he was a smartass, and I like that in a guy.
I don't know. He seemed really
I-
prudish.
No, he's not a prude.
He's been
a
making out
smart-
with the same girl for like 2 decades.
Listen, the,
making
the
out.
dude wanted to go to Italy, and he needed to go on vacation to Italy, and I am willing to take him to Italy and screw him in
Because they're
Italy.
definitely not an American Werewolf in Italy.
So there's that. I would definitely kill David because because he's a werewolf and
Oh,
he needs
okay.
to die.
I was going
He's
to say, at
also
what
in
point
Hawaii.
would
And
he,
I
but-
would marry Alex because she has a good job and a nice little flat.
security for the win.
She is a strong, independent woman.
That's what
She
I'm
got
saying.
insurance. I know she does.
She got a
And of
good
course she
job
threw
and a
down
nice
the-
little
She
flat.
take care of me.
She threw down the I
Although-
work and I'm by myself, so it's not going to be anything fancy. And then you walk in and she's like, here's a whole living room and a whole bedroom. And she has a whole
I don't know
apartment.
how secure her job is, though, because like they're going to buy groceries, and he's like, "Man, this is expensive." She's like, "Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing this."
With inflation. Yeah. So she could do it.
Well,
and then
what about
prices went
you?
up and oh gosh.
I have my kids present, so we're gonna see how this. I think they've walked far enough away. I think
Okay.
we're
Do
you need
okay
me?
because that
Me?
could get really awkward.
Okay.
So I mean, it would. We'll start with Screw. That would be Mary, or not Mary. Mary doesn't exist.
Okay.
We're gonna say Alex.
Screw Alex.
I don't know. I don't know their names. We'd have to kill. We'd have to. Oh, this gets really awkward.
There you go.
I have to marry Jack.
Look,
now.
wait.
I have to marry Jack and kill
I got
David.
you. I
There
got
you go.
Hey. Don't look over
That's
here.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
no,
I like your hair though. Twinsies.
I
got you. She can't
married,
see you.
I've married Jack. It's
He's
fine.
married
Oh,
Jack.
okay. No.
I was worried about the
Did we get
kids.
past the screw part?
Yeah, we're good. I said Mary, but then changed it to Alex because Mary doesn't exist.
There you go. And how about you?
So I would marry Alex because security.
Security.
I'm all
Security.
about that. If you listen to this podcast, that's
Scotty
what
marries a person that's going to make him well off.
yeah, like his sheriffs
Like, if
or
he can
anybody
be
who's
a
got good
queen-
pensions, I'm
No,
there.
If
Don't
he got a
marry that
job,
person.
he's
That's
going to
so
marry
Scotty
you.
can keep doing stuff like this and
Yeah.
give away really
He's
cool
like,
prizes.
will you take care of
Exactly.
me?
He's got to have a sugar
I'm a
mama.
simple creature, and I'm a good lover, so I'll make it worth your while. That's what I'm saying. I would. I'm straight up killing the undead Jack.
But you can't. He's already undead.
I would find a way.
In order to kill him,
You
or
have
you would
to get
have
rid of
to
David.
kill your person that you're having sex with.
Well, then that's what I'll do afterwards.
All
Like
right.
a
Oh,
praying mantis.
It's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing. Got it. Okay.
I didn't say like. You're not like his lover forever. It's just a one night stand, just like 3 of Alex's friends.
So if you're going to screw David, is it going to be in man form or wolf form?
Oh, it's going to be a wolf
Ooh.
form. I feel it.
you know.
Look at Scotty. He wants that beast.
Woo!
Exactly.
Sorry,
He
I had
is
to go there.
purposely not answering this question.
All
Woo!
right.
Oh, woo.
I thought that was
I
somebody in
thought
the
woo
audience.
was my answer.
I thought there was
All
somebody
right.
in the audience. My bad.
So I've got fun facts about. I have fun facts. Here's some fun facts. There are 3 versions of the song "Blue Moon" in this movie: Bobby Vinton, Sam Cooke, and the Marcells. "Blue Moon" was written by Richard Rodgers.
6 minutes, by the way.
That's good. We got time. "Blue Moon" was written by Richard Rodgers and Lorenz Hart in 1934, but there's a debate that some dude named Edward Robin wrote it and sold it to buy a car. We'll figure that out later. It's been a hit twice in 1949 by Billy Eckstine and Mel Torme. With the Marcells, the one at the end of the movie, had the biggest hit in 1951. It went to number 1 in the charts. Sinatra, Billie Holiday, Elvis Presley, Dean Martin, Cyndi Lauper, Bob Dylan, Rod Stewart, and Bing Crosby have all recorded versions of this.
All right.
Werewolves. The word werewolf comes from an Old English word meaning were, which means man,
Right.
and wolf with a U, meaning
Wolf.
wolf.
I thought you
There-
meant like wear, like wearing clothes,
Right.
Or like
Where-
where are you?
Kinda
Not wearing clothes.
Like we
Yeah,
are, almost.
yeah. So
There's
Nowhere.
There's a clinical lycanthropy, which is a rare disorder that makes you think you're an animal. While wolves and dogs are common, people have been known to think that they're reptiles or bees.
I want to be a bee. Oh my goodness!
He's like,
They're
I got to
so
make the
cute
honey.
and fuzzy.
I got to make the honey.
I'd be an adorable bee.
Um,
Can I be my size bee? Like, can I be a giant bee, or would I get small?
so how to
Well,
turn into
it's all in your head. It doesn't.
how to turn
matter.
into a werewolf outside of this movie. So if you're looking to wolf out, here's some ways to do so. Be born the 7th son of a 7th son. That dude is always a werewolf.
For sure.
Eat wolf meat. Or enter a pack with the devil. Just,
Okay.
That's common.
I did that last week.
Are you going to be a werewolf?
Do you
No.
do that every night
No.
with your play? Is
Yes,
that-
actually.
Yeah, like that's something you do nightly.
Yes, actually. And from what I understand, that this one of the reasons why the play I'm doing is cursed is because those are real,
Yeah.
incantations.
You can
So good luck.
you can be murdered under a full moon. That makes you a werewolf. You can avoid practicing Catholic sacraments for 10 years.
oh God.
That's a-
Oops.
Wait, I have taken communion this past year.
So you're good.
I'm good.
You're good. You're good. You got 10 more years to go.
I'm thinking it's like, have I been to mass?
Or you can have sex with a werewolf.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? What was the last one?
You can have sex with a werewolf.
So you're a werewolf.
Yeah,
Got
I'm a
it.
werewolf
Okay.
now. That's what it
Got
is.
it.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
That's why he did it.
That's what he. That's what his choice was based on.
Yeah.
I'm going to let y'all draw this while we finish this up real quick. All right, so the budget of this film was between $5 and $10 million. There are conflicting reports. Its opening weekend was 3.7. It released number 1.
Wow, that's
Really?
awesome.
It released August 21st through the 24th, so my birthday weekend. Top 5 movies in 1981 were Raiders of the Lost Ark, Superman 2, 9 to 5, Stripes, and Arthur.
Oh, all those were good,
All right,
actually.
so we have a winner. What's our winner for a prize?
Okay, 5017. Come on,
Somebody's
people.
gotta
I'm
win.
gonna keep the
5017.
basket for
Somebody's
myself.
got to win.
Woo! Sonic the Hedgehog runs in the back.
Sonic
Roll on up,
the
son.
Hedgehog.
Oh.
Thank you guys for coming out to our live podcast. Give us a hand. Woo! You can find us at the Cult Movie Cantina on Facebook. You can go check out our table and get our everything out. Or you can find us at mopcast.com. Thank you very much. This is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Boom, 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 for dang a dang dang, for ding a dong ding, blue moon, moon, blue moon, dip 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 dip, moon, 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 blue moon, dip 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 dip, moon, 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 blue moon, dip dip dip, boom, 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 for dang a dang dang, for ding a dong ding.
Thank you for listening to the Mobcast Network.